What's up, people? This is Nature Girl 30 here, and as you can see, I am wearing the same shirt as my Raw review, because I'm actually doing this video after my Raw review. But anyway, this is a discussion of the night. Now, after seeing Raw just maybe a few minutes ago, and this is actually going to be recorded after Raw for Monday night, August 27th, just to let you know. But anyway, after seeing that and seeing that Triple H's possible farewell address, kind of made me think, when is it time to say when? I know for all of those Triple H marks out there, they never really want to realize that their hero is definitely getting tired, beaten up, broken, bruised, and it's just time to literally call it quits. Every time I see Triple H in the ring, he is not at his prime as he was 10 years ago. Let's face it, I know that when age sets in, things slow down, things change, your body change, your bones change. The fact that he has so many fractures, so much damage to his bone, ligaments, and tendons, you can tell in the ring that he is getting very slow, very sluggish. No matter how much he works out, it's just hard for him to get around the ring. Same thing with The Undertaker. Same thing with Shawn Michaels. Same thing with any other legend that's out there that tries to get back in the ring. Same thing with Lawler. We all know that there's just a point in time that these guys literally need to call it quits, especially Stone Cold Steve Austin. And it was actually brought to my attention the reason why he was not there for Raw 1000, because he had extensive knee surgery. He actually put a blog on it, and I'm actually gonna. I think he actually left I think he left a tweet on his Twitter page about why he wasn't there. But if I do find it, I'm definitely going to upload it, and I'm actually going to put it in the comments in the description box below for anybody that really wants to know the explanation of why he was not there. But anyway, the one thing I can say is that when you work as hard as these guys have for many years, there has to be a time that your body has to rest. Like, seriously, you have to give your body rest. You have to literally give your body the vacation that it is due, and just not do what you love to do. I mean, I know they love to do what they do. It's a given. They put a lot of effort into their art of wrestling, into their techniques, into entertaining the fans. They put their whole lives into it. But as you can see with Edge, Edge was a very young man that retired very early because of his neck injury. Stone Cold Steve Austin had busted knees. He had a busted neck and busted knees for many years, and he had to leave. Then you see Triple H that literally split his quad in half, and also snapped his patella tendon as well as his biceps tendon. This guy has been through pretty much every single injury there was, to where he was constantly. Batista, for crying out loud, he's not necessarily retired, but Batista kept getting hurt. Then you gotta go into Jerry King Lawler. There's probably tons of times that he got hurt, even at his promotionals that he had, like, way back in the day. There has to be a time when these guys need to stop. There has to be a time when these guys actually need to retire. Triple H needs to retire, in my personal opinion, because of the fact that it shows in the ring that he's getting slow. The same thing with The Undertaker. I had a chance to see him in WrestleMania 27, which was probably the only and the best match of the entire night. He literally had to be dragged out on a gurney, on an electric gurney. He could not walk out on his own accord, and he won. You can tell, even if he does work out for many months, for up to like a year to the previous WrestleMania, you can tell that it's definitely affected his body, because WrestleMania 28, these guys were really slow. They were slow, they were battered, they were broken, they were just bruised. And when Shawn Michaels realized that he had to go because he was just too far gone, too far injured. Same thing with Ric Flair. When Ric Flair retired, I cried. When he had his farewell address as well as his farewell moments, I cried. But I knew it had to happen. It had to happen. These guys have to literally sit down and retire. And I know it's going to be hard because it's the job that they love. But I feel like that they just need to stop trying to come back and understand, and just leave their mark in the final match that they had. Leave their mark, and just, there just has to be a point to where it has to end. I don't get me wrong, I love Ric Flair. Hence Nature Girl 30. I love Ric, besides the fact I also love nature. But either or, I love Ric Flair. I really do love Ric Flair. besides the class that he has and the way that, I mean, the fact that he's the dirtiest player in the game and the class, and he's class personified. But there was just a point to where he had to retire. He just couldn't do it anymore. And honestly, I'm really hoping that Triple H is actually is retiring, that he is not going to come back, because number one, he needs to be he needs to prep himself and be constantly being trained to be the COO of the company, or to be the higher up, the person that's going to take over for Vince. He needs to be primed for that. And he also has other responsibilities with his family. That's a given. But it seems to me in the ring, I mean, the mind is willing, but the body ain't able. That's pretty much the best way that I can describe it. And I'm hoping that he is going to retire to where he will finally give his body some rest, and he will actually start doing the responsibilities that is going to come about to him maybe in the next few years when Vince finally retires. And I think that Vince will probably retire and leave it to him, because I think he does trust him more than he trusts his own son, which is sad. But anyway, I want to hear what your thoughts is on this. Do you feel that Triple H really does need to retire? Do you feel like this is just due? Do you feel like it would be better for him if he actually does step back? I mean, for the show, that is. It would be for him to step back and actually not be on TV anymore, to actually be retired and just to be the COO? Or do you feel like the Triple H is just going to come back eventually, but he's just taking a little break? I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. Leave your comments in the comment section below. If you want to send me a video response, I'm all for that, because I'm curious what you guys have to say about this. I really do feel that these legends that try to come back really do not need to come back, because not only has the game changed, so has their bodies. This is Nature Girl 30 signing off. Peace out. See you later.